I think you might be a little bit of a white supremacist. You sound like that. Are you proud to be white? That's white supremacy.
The thing is, if I literally just switched white with black, you would have sympathy. That's the thing. If I just said black instead of white, you would have all the sympathy in the world.
I might.
See? Hey, you think women should be allowed to vote?
Yes.
Why?
I think everyone should be allowed to vote.
Sorry?
I think everyone should be allowed to vote.
Well, why? What's your reasoning?
Because women are people.
You think all people are deserving of the same rights?
Yes.
So even like a pedophile, murderer, rapist, same as me and you?
Not anyone in prison.
Not anyone in prison. So you don't believe everyone deserves the same rights?
I deserve they were given the chance to have the same rights, and they chose to not use that.
Right. Do you think everyone's inherently equal, including like the genders?
No.
No?
No.
What are they not equal in?
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you were asking the question of inherently evil. Equal.
Are they equal,
Yeah.
or do you believe they are?
I believe they are.
You don't believe there's like any differences between the genders?
Besides physical ones, no.
There's no like intelligence-wise?
What?
Intelligence-wise, you don't think that?
No. Not at all.
Well, can you name me a female genius?
I couldn't name you a male one.
Hey, good.
You know,
totally could. Who created the theory of gravity?
I don't remember.
That's like first grade stuff.
I'm a little focused right now. I'm trying to make.
Are you building a violin?
I'm dissecting it more. The strings pulled it out of its place, so it has this big hole in it. So to not pull it out of its place, I need to loosen the strings for it to not rip itself apart.
Can you play the Mr. Krabs song on it?
I don't know that song.
Or the small little violin in his hands, like this?
Probably, if I looked it up.
But what's your thoughts on ice?
On ice, I think it's silly.
You think ice is silly?
Yeah, I think it's
unnecessary. Why is ice silly?
I think it's unnecessary.
For what? To them to do what?
To kick people out of our country.
Right, but aren't they breaking the law?
Technically, but we've made it. There are certain laws that are loose. We've made it very difficult for people to want to seek sanctuary in America that was built off immigration.
Not immigration. The founders were settlers, not immigrants, if that's what you're saying. And why is it necessarily wrong to have strict immigration policy and strict borders?
I think America should be open to whoever chooses to reside in it. If we get overpopulated, then I think it might be okay to think about a more strict immigration policy. But
right, you just want to take in whoever?
Not whoever. I think we should make it easier to be able to apply to become a citizen.
Why do you think it should be easier?
Because it takes 14 years if you want to come to America and live here.
Right, but you don't think that's for good reason? It's like a good filtration system?
No, I don't think that that's a good reason.
I think it's a perfectly good reason, right? If we want to take people in from broken nations and those broken conditions are caused by the people that live there, we're going to have to be incredibly strict, and we're going to have some kind of filtration system to determine who we're going to take from those nations. Since you want to, you want to make it easier for people to get in?
Yes.
You want to make it easier for people to get in, even though they're being used for demographic replacement?
Yes. They would be Americans, so I don't think
no. Maybe legally they're Americans, but they're not American.
All right, that's an opinion. I also think ICE is like way too brutal with it.
Well, the American thing, I mean, it really isn't an opinion. Like an American is basically just a European Christian. That's basically what an American is, right? And
Be an
ICE,
American.
ICE being harsh. When people are resisting, running away, and there's tons of protesters blocking them, trying to stop them from their operations. Yeah, of course they're gonna have to be a little rough. Of course, like it's totally the being rough that you're talking about. That's totally necessary. What did you say when I was talking?
You said white Christian, did you say,
Yeah,
or Caucasian?
European Christian.
European Christian. Then I wouldn't be an American in your view. I am not Christian.
Okay.
So I think that that's a silly way of viewing things. We're
Well,
all here to try and make this country better, try and make this world better. And if you choose to be an American, if you come to this country and fill out your forms and say that I will go for the draft, I will die for this country, I will fight for this country, I think that that makes you an American.
right. So that would basically be like saying there really is no American like identity. Like anyone can just come in and become like that nationality. It has nothing to do with race, religion,
It doesn't.
like nothing like that. Well, I mean, I
No
think it does.
nationality has to do with race or religion.
Well, race and
I could
nationality go hand in hand, and I can prove that by giving you a thought experiment. When anyone from around the world is told to close their eyes and think of what an American is, what are they most likely going to think of?
that doesn't just because a majority doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Well, race and ethnicity totally. No, sorry, not race and ethnicity. Race and nationality totally go hand in hand, and that thought experiment totally proves it because humans understand that, right?
Think of Now just hear me out. Think of a Marvel fan. What do you think of?
A fat white guy.
I'm a Marvel fan.
Okay.
That doesn't
So
mean I'm a
what you're
fat white
saying
guy.
is so what you're doing here is saying, oh, but there's exceptions. Okay, there's exceptions to everything, but that doesn't change the majority rule. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense because you're saying that people who aren't this cannot be American. They are not American. But you're saying now that there's exceptions. That doesn't make sense to me.
No. So the thing is, right? Well, your example was like, okay, think of a Marvel fan, like maybe like fat white guy, and you're like, oh, I'm a Marvel fan. You are saying, right? Just because you are saying like, oh, but there's. It's like when you say this group is low IQ, and someone's like, oh, but this person in this group's high IQ. It's like that. That's basically what I'm saying.
I think it's rude and unnecessary to put things in boxes when they're an abstract concept. You can't put a concept in a box.
Can't put a. What do you mean?
You can't put a concept in a box. I mean that you can't put these people in this idea that you have when that's not true.
Well, 100. Well, race and nationality, 100% go hand in hand, right? Do you know what our first ever naturalization act said?
No, I do not.
It said only free white persons of good character were allowed to naturalize into the nation and become American,
Do you
right?
agree that that's racist?
What did it define racist?
That only a white person could do it.
Only a
Only
white
a white
person can
man.
naturalize?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's racist.
Why?
Well, is it being like prejudiced towards other people? Is it discriminating on people? I don't think so.
Yes, it's excluding other people of other races.
You don't think people are entitled to their own nations?
They're entitled to live where they want to live.
Right,
And
but
also,
if
what do you describe as white?
of
If a
European
German
descent,
person came to America?
of European descent,
Okay,
right? And I can and in the U.S. it's also classified like that because we can look at court cases like Dow versus the United States. He was a Lebanese man who tried to naturalize the nation. They denied him citizenship because he wasn't white, and the judge literally said in the court case, free white persons refers to anyone of European parentage, right?
so Europeans can immigrate, but no one else can, in your view.
Well, not in my view. Right, or
So
I am
why are
referring to, I am appealing to our founders' acts, right?
So you think only people born and raised and are white are Americans?
Yeah, naturalized, right? Naturalized, white, Christian, yeah.
If you look back in your heritage, you're not. You're European. I'm European.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone came here. And what about native people? Are they not Americans?
Oh, like I'm just, yet again, I'm just appealing to what our founders said. They founded America, right? You can say,
They
oh,
were
the natives were here. Well, the natives, yeah, they were here, but the settlers, not immigrants, settlers, huge difference, came, conquered, and then built the land we live on now.
They are here. Native people
I didn't say they weren't.
You said they were here. I'm saying
No,
they
I said
are.
they are Americans, and they were here before the settlers got here, but and conquered it and built the land, right?
Yes. And wouldn't you think they're Americans?
No.
They were born and raised on this land. They were here before us. Don't you think they're entitled to live and be in this land, to call themselves what they choose to call themselves?
Right. The thing is, I don't believe in I don't like when we're talking about like deportations. I don't think we should deport all non-whites. Like, I don't believe in that. I believe a small minority can work because that's how America's always been. There's always been a small minority, right? So,
And
you know,
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
they're good.
I did want to ask, like, circle back to something you started with. Why did you ask about women's rights at the beginning?
Oh, I wanted to see your justification on why they were voting, but you didn't really like. I don't know. You weren't really engaging too much, so I kind of just switched the topic.
On women voting?
Yeah.
I feel like I engaged plenty.
Okay, you want to go back to it then?
What?
You want to go talk about it?
If you want to.
Okay, so wait, why should women vote?
Because women and men are we're all people.
Well, I don't think women and men are all equal. I think we're different in strength, different in intelligence, right? That's why I brought up the female genius thing, because when you think of geniuses, you're always going to refer to men. Or the reason why I said, like, oh, who created the theory of gravity? That was Isaac Newton. You learned about that in first grade. The Greek philosophers, all men, right? There's just countless examples, right? I mean, our founders, I consider them geniuses too. All men, right?
Who made the light bulb?
Edison.
The guy who originally made what's inside a light bulb was actually either a black dude or a black girl.
Well, is it a dude or a girl?
Huh?
Well, is it a dude or a girl?
I don't remember. I do know there are a lot of women in history where men have taken the blame, like taken all of the credit that they have worked for, and the women have been pushed aside just simply because they're women and people found them unintelligent.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I feel like that's just like revision history. Like if we go back to all these patents that we talk about, these inventions, all men, right? It wasn't women's inventions that people stole, right? It was all men. Men are massively overrepresented in patents.
Would you mind letting me look out my window? My dog's barking.
Yeah, go ahead.
No idea what you're barking for. Lucy! I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I'm just gonna let her do her thing. She likes to talk.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a Jack Russell. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, the small black and white one.
Yeah, they're so cute. I love Jack Russells.
Yeah, I used to have a small Jack Russell when I was younger, and me and my family would put shoes on the Jack Russell, and he hated us for that. He was like, hated us.
We do that for Lucy, but since I live in Alaska, it's necessary because her little paws will freeze off.
You live in Alaska? Are you native partially or?
I'm mostly German and Italian.
Okay. Northern Italian, I'm assuming,
I don't know. I
because
don't know a
Southern
lot
Italians
about
are
my
darker.
family. I'd assume northern then because I don't know a ton about my history. I don't ask my parents because they're touchy subject.
Wait, what you said is a touchy subject?
hmm
Why?
Oh, they have like some bad history.
For the Italians?
Oh
Or
no, just my family in general. I just don't touch on the past at all.
well, what do they do?
My dad is a smoke jumper, and my mom is, uh, she works for the road. She's DOT.
You say your dad's a sweet drinker?
Smoke jumper,
What is that?
firefighter.
A
It's a
firefighter.
firefighter
Okay.
for the forest.
What's so wrong with that?
Uh, He, I mean, their family history.
Well,
It's not.
what's wrong with the family history?
It's not important. I'm related to not so great people.
Well, they own slaves.
Oh no, they're just bad people, bad parents, bad
Those bad
relatives,
parents.
bad people.
Okay, wait. So I'll ask you this now. Are you proud to be white?
I'm proud of who I am. I think that my race doesn't define me, but I would describe myself as white.
But why don't you you said you do describe yourself as white?
I describe myself as white or Caucasian.
Okay, you describe yourself as white, but you won't take pride in that. Why don't you take pride in that? What's the
It doesn't have history. I might, if I was fully German, I would have history in Germany and their culture. If I was fully Italian, I would have history in Italy and their culture.
Oh yeah, both.
And I don't know my history very well. I've lived in America. My family has been in America for plenty of generations to the point where we don't have that history. We are just white and American. I don't wish to say I am proud to be my race because I don't have history to be proud of my race. I'm proud of me and who I am, but I don't have that history.
Come on, you know about Rome, Italy, Rome.
I think that that is very fascinating, but I'm not
Yes, that's
Roman.
your history.
I'm not Roman.
Well, like Italy, right?
If I was related to a specific person, I would be like, "Oh, I'm
You
super
probably have
proud."
some ancestors that date back, maybe.
Mm, I'm related to a guy who owned a gambling town and killed a bunch of people,
You're
but
related
that's
to them.
what
How far back do you go, like relation wise?
I don't look at my history.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out. Do you feel guilty about your race? Feel guilty about that?
I feel sympathy for what has happened in the past, but I had nothing to do with it. If it was a direct family line, if I knew about owning slaves, I would feel sorry about that. But it's nothing that I know related to me, and it's nothing that I advocate for. I feel sympathy for the past, not apologetic. It's nothing that I've done.
Okay. If you had to take a wild guess out of the entire Earth's population, what percentage would you guess are white people?
Like complexion wise,
Let's just say Europeans. That's what I mean. White.
European,
Yeah.
white European.
I mean, yeah, that's basically what a European is. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Maybe like 40%.
It's 7%. They're about 7% of the whole world's population. When I tell you that, how do you feel when I tell you that?
I feel like I learned something new. I think that that's really cool. I love learning.
I mean, do you feel like it's cool that the people that from your descent, Italian, German, they are slowly declining in population numbers?
I think that it's fine.
Why do you think it's
Um,
fine?
we're humans. We breed. We get mixed together. It's good that we're
Right, but
talking.
do you think it's moral to turn a blind eye to your own people, by the way? Your own people's race slowly declining in birth rates, numbers.
If I went to Germany, they wouldn't call me German. You know, I don't think I have that right. Again, I don't feel like I have their culture. I don't have that right to feel sorry. I don't have a language that's disappearing. I don't have history that's disappearing because I'm not a part of that history. I'm so far detached from it that I don't know. My boyfriend is Dutch, but I don't know too much about that either. I'm trying
Right.
to learn now.
Well, you would be of the white sphere, not just talking about like ethnicity. You would be of, right? You would agree?
Well, if it's just the skin color, I don't think I'll miss it.
Well, that's not really what race is. It's not just skin color. It's like it's deeper than that.
Of course it is. Um, but again, I don't have history. I don't have a language that I'm losing. If I knew about a language that is being lost, I would feel sorry for that language and I would want to do what I can to revive it, no matter if it's mine or not.
Okay, how about this? If you had to take a wild guess, what percentage of the America would be white?
You told me this. You said 7%, didn't you?
No, that's the entire Earth.
That's the entire. Oh, of America?
No, the seven
I'm so
percent.
sorry.
Okay, so out of all the Earth's population, white people are 7%.
Okay.
So so if you were to take a wild guess in America, what percentage would they be?
Of America. I'd say that that's way more. We're way, like, really white dominated. I'd say at least
What percentage do you think?
60.
Yeah, you're close. It's like 57. Right? It's like 57, 58. Does it not concern you that you will be losing your majority and your why does that not concern you?
Because it doesn't matter I don't think it matters that much. As long as people are loving each other and being kind to each other. It doesn't, like, call me a hippie, but, you know,
Well, I mean, not to be rude, but is it not concerning you kind of advocating for your own downfall here?
it's not a downfall, it's an adaptation. Humans evolve and adapt and become different. And I don't think that that's wrong. I don't think that
Okay.
that'll ever be wrong.
All right, let's try this. Name me just some arts, hobbies you just love. You just absolutely love.
I love to play the violin.
Yeah.
I love theater. I think that's Greek, right? Theater is Greek descent.
Say that again.
I think the oldest known thing we have of theater is Greek, right?
You said Greek? Or you're saying it comes from Greeks?
I think so. I don't know. It's one of those
Okay.
things. It's when we would do religious, like, reenactments. I wonder if they still have masks from that. That'd be cool.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that. The theater is started by Greeks. How would you feel if the people that made the art you love and cherish so much, theater, their population birth rate constantly declined and they eventually went extinct?
Didn't that mostly happen already?
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's sad to lose a language. It's sad to lose our history, but it'll happen over time. No, you can't hang on to everything forever. All history is important, and if you prioritize one, the other one will not get prioritized. And if you prioritize that one, it won't get prioritized.
This is why I bring this up to you because white people need to start prioritizing their own people because us worrying about other groups like you are right now is why things I mentioned like slow declining population, declining birth rate. The birth rate for whites is below replacement at the moment. That's why I bring this up is because we need to care about our own, because not caring for our own is going to actually lead to our downfalls. That's why I mention these things to you. Or that's why I mentioned theater started by the Greeks. Okay, if the people that created these things, their birth rate went in the population, all that eventually would extinct. That would be a terrible thing, obviously, right?
Um, I guess it wouldn't be great, but it happened. You can't change it.
We can change it. That's the thing.
But we have our history. We have it very well preserved. One thing, English is one of the most widely spoken languages across the world. Another thing is we have many museums and many libraries that have all of our history. And we have a big, like, white population. And I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
Well, the thing is, we don't have a big white population. We are a global minority. We're gonna probably become a minority in our own nations, right? I mean, I wish we had a flourishing population, right? It was in the 1950s. Our percentage globally was 50, not 50, 30. Right?
In the
We had a
1950s,
30%. We had a 30%. We were 30% of the world, right? But now we're only 7. Now we're only 7.
in the 1950s, we also beat, tortured, and killed people of color.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel
I
like
don't really know what that has to do with this.
it means that people, if you had a child with someone who wasn't the same race as you, that child would be discriminated against. So you didn't want to have a child with that person. And now that that is gone, we can have children with whoever we want, and we can have our spouses and them not be discriminated against. And I think that that's better than just being white. You
It's,
know?
it's well, it's not necessarily about just being white. It's about, you know, your people having a future. And if you think people should, oh, but it's just love. Oh, but we should breed with other races, even though ours is going to have a downfall because it's just love. How is that? How is that moral? Right? If we recognize that doing that actually is going to drop a birth rate of a group of people, and we continue to do it, how is that moral?
I I don't see how it's not moral. We have our culture. People who are getting their culture erased are being left in the dust. I met a person who their grandmother was the last one who could speak their native language, and she died. And the language died with her mother or her grandmother, and it was sad to see. It was devastating, and no one did anything about that. We don't have that problem.
Wait, what's your point?
Our history isn't being erased. We as
Our
people
history, well,
are.
no, our history isn't. It would probably live on, but us as people are. That's the point. That's why, I bring this up to you. Us as people are. And we wouldn't have this history without the people. This amazing history. It seems like you're interested in it. You bring it up. Are you?
Interested in many different things, and I love history of all sorts.
Yeah.
I think all of our history is important. All of our people are important, but it's fine. We're fine. White people are fine. And if you have a big white population and other people come in and breed with the white population, and you come down a few generations, they're going to mostly be white. Maybe a little tanner. You know?
Well, that's not what's gonna happen. It's just the white descent is no longer going to exist. That's the point. Sorry to bring it up to you. It's just the white population will no longer exist. It's not that there's gonna be some admixtures that they will eventually no longer exist.
Do you think that she is a white person?
I see another photo.
This is all I have right now.
She looks like mixed. I don't know.
She is.
She's mixed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with what?
She is Asian and Mexican and white.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Like they were mixed with something.
Yeah. And you want to know? You thought about it. Did you think that she could be just Caucasian? Did you think that?
I was thinking like, does this look like a Spanish person? No. Does it look like a Italian person? Not really. And I was like, that's what. And I was like, okay, they probably have to be mixed.
Well, that's my friend. She's a lovely person.
Yeah.
And my issues are severely lesser than hers. Right now, she's afraid to, like, she wanted to go on a road, we wanted to go on a road trip through Canada. And she's afraid that she won't be let back into her own country that she was born and raised in. She's afraid of discrimination in this day and age, in 2026. And I think we should focus on loving everyone before we focus on, oh no, what if, like, white skin tone, white people die out a little bit? What if this happens? That's not a pressing issue because it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, it's not. It's not what if. That's projected, right? That's projected. Like I said, they've slowly. I showed you they slowly declined in population size, birth rate, also. And your friend really has nothing to worry about. Canada, super welcoming, opening. They let tons of Indian migrants there all the time. They let tons of non-white people live there all the time. So I don't even know what she's worrying about. Like,
she's worried about being let back into our country.
She would.
ISIS what?
She would. Most of the country is even white. She 100% would.
ICE is really cracking down. I don't think you really know the severity of people. You don't know the discrimination people face on a daily basis if they
would only arrest her if she's illegal.
And she'd say no. They've arrested people who aren't illegal.
Like who?
Would you mind if I looked that up, or would that not be valid?
I mean, sure, because most of
huh? What's his name? Grivo Garcia?
Let me look him up. What's his name? You said Trevo Garcia?
Grivo Garcia? Just look up like what you think it is, and then ICE, and it'll probably show up. It was pretty popular. Agrigo. That's it. That has something to do with it.
Okay, wait, so he was here legally and they returned him after they wrongfully deported him? I'm reading, that's what I'm reading.
He was not here. Oh, he might have been here legally, but he was wrongfully deported and also...
That's what it says. It says he was here legally, and then they deported him, and then they said they messed up and they brought him back.
He was also beat. Do you know how traumatizing it is to be forced out of a country that you reside in?
I mean, I don't know about the beating stuff. It doesn't. None of what I read said that.
Okay, well, even if it wasn't that, can you agree that it can be traumatic to be cast out of the place that you've made home?
Yeah, I mean, I can agree that's traumatic, but it's about putting your own people first, though, and it is like it is kind of about survival of the fittest at this point, right? If
Do you think
the
we
white
should-
population is becoming a minority in their own nation, it is going to have to be between taking one group or the other, right?
Do you think if it's survival of the fittest, do you think we should kill those other people or cast them
No,
out?
that's not what I'm replying at all.
I'm asking. I'm not accusing you. Do you think
Okay.
we should cast them out?
We should deport people that are here.
No, not illegally. Just people who aren't our skin tone, aren't white.
I think we should roll out deportations for like first, second, third generation immigrants. Not necessarily based on race.
You were talking a lot about race, though.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's not necessarily based on race. It's saying, okay, they're immigrants here, but who's mostly coming here? Not Europeans, right?
I know a lot of Europeans that have
Well,
come here. I
like
know,
most people migrating here are not European, right?
I guess not.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
most
know.
likely they're most likely from like South America, right? Or they're from Africa.
Mostly Mexico, actually, because we border Mexico.
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry. Down there, that too, yeah.
I still don't see such a big issue. There's a lot of white people who go to live in Mexico or France or wherever.
Okay, well, actually, I want to ask you this. So, if as a white dude right now, I go live in Mexico, does that make me Mexican?
You can become a Mexico citizen.
Or does that make me Mexican?
It doesn't make you Mexican.
So why does that make these people American when they do it here?
Because they come to America doesn't make them Caucasian.
No, it doesn't make them American. Just because they come here. And same thing with me. Just because I go to Mexico doesn't make me Mexican. And they also, what's it called? They also, they don't have like a right or like a priority to keep me there either. So why should we do the same thing for them, right? You wouldn't think Mexican people. Wait, hold on. Wait, you wouldn't think me going to Mexico that the Mexican people have like a priority to keep me there or like a right to keep me there, right?
If you become a citizen, I believe that they have a right to take you in as their own, and you have a right to fight for them and like be under their rule.
As long as I'm a citizen.
As long as you put the effort in to be a citizen.
Okay. Well, why does I don't think you answered that. Why does them coming here make them American? Like why? And it wouldn't make me Mexican if I went to their country and like
Yes,
got
it
a
would.
legal citizenship.
Yes, it would. I looked it up. Is Mexican a race? No. It is a nationality.
Yeah, I know it's a nationality. Yeah. I
And
know
so
I
is
know it's a nationality. Say it again.
And so is being American. That's a nationality.
Yeah, but
You
my
can
point earlier was race and
nationality.
nationality go hand in hand.
You can change your nationality, not your race. I can't say that I'm a colored person. That's untrue. I can put the effort in to be a different nationality. I can be an English citizen, a France citizen, a Mexico citizen, and I am an American citizen. So you can be a Mexico citizen.
Yeah, that's basically I was saying earlier. They can be considered legal citizens here, but truly are they American? I mean, no. Like I said, it's also so true. Race and nationality go hand in hand. Like I gave you that thought experiment earlier to prove that. Right? When you think of Mexican, who are you thinking of? Right?
I think of my Mexican friends
Yeah, and they are typically brown people.
because they're Mexican. Like,
Well, Mexicans are typically brown people. Yeah.
anyone born in Mexico or who holds Mexican citizenship is Mexican.
Right, but
So you can be Mexican. You can't say that you're like you are a like what would be the race, not the nationality. I'm sorry, I'm not very educated on this. You're not ethnically Mexican, but you can be a Mexican citizen. Mexican.
oh yeah, Mexican isn't an ethnicity though, but
Yeah.
so but why don't you think race and nationality go hand in hand? Let me ask you that. Why don't you think they do?
Because you can have like nationality, you can be a citizen anywhere. You try hard enough.
Right, but does that necessarily mean you are like that like nationality? Just because I'm a Japanese citizen, that doesn't make me sorry, that's ethnicity, sorry. Just because I am a Mexican citizen doesn't make me Mexican, right? And the people there probably wouldn't even consider that either.
They probably wouldn't call you Mexican, but you would legally be Mexican. Because it is a nationality, not a race.
I say, like I said, yeah, you can be a legal citizen of a country, sure, right? But are you necessarily Mexican? Like, no, right?
Legally, yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But just because you live there, does that mean you are?
Yes.
Well, no.
It means that you, like, by law, if someone moved to America legally, they'd be an American. If I moved to Mexico by law, legally, I'd be Mexican. Or I'd have dual citizenship of a Mexican American.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: why, when it comes to certain types of Americans, why do we distinct the race from the nationality? Mexican American, Black American, but when they just talk about whites, it's just American. Like, why do we distinct that?
Because we're not like anything else. We've lived here for so long on our stolen land.
Right, we are the Americans. They're technically not.
It's because we have nothing else. They have something else. They have something beautiful. Their beautiful culture. And they want to become a part of our culture too. And you can have two cultures. It's like if you had two parents.
I mean, they really want to bring their culture here. They don't want to become American. They want to bring their culture here. It's not that they want to blend into ours, just that they want to bring their culture here. They don't really speak English too they don't speak English too well, right? They're more proud to be Mexican over American, right?
They want both. They want to be American, but they want to remember where they came from. They don't speak English that well because they're learning. They just got here. They speak better English.
It shows our immigration's not strict enough then. It shows that we're actually going to take people that aren't assimilated. We're taking people who aren't assimilated.
Why do you want to take away their culture?
I didn't say I want to take away their culture. If they want to go celebrate their culture in their own country, that's fine, right? But bringing their culture over here and not adapting to ours is just rude. I mean, it's just rude.
They can respect that we celebrate Halloween while also celebrating Dia de los Muertos. You know? You can have different concepts and respect the other one.
Would it be rude if I went to Mexico and I forced everyone to speak English?
Yes.
Okay, why is it not the same here?
They're not forcing us to speak Spanish.
They don't speak English. They're
trying to.
Are they really trying to? They don't say a single word of it.
I think you're just not listening.
I am listening. I proved it just by saying that.
listening to people trying to speak English. Even if they're not good at it, they are trying.
Oh, they're not even trying. Like I said, they want to bring their culture here. They think they can blend theirs here, right?
They're they are living amongst other culture while remembering their culture and celebrating their culture. They do that in their own house. They make nobody else practice it. And they don't make their family practice our things, but they do know what we are, what we do. They know what Christmas is, they know what Halloween is, and if a kid knocks on their door on Halloween, I'm sure they'd give them candy. It's not crazy to just say, like, if I didn't celebrate Christmas, it's not crazy to do. That's my own decision to not celebrate a holiday. I celebrate Christmas. I'm not even Christian, and I celebrate Christmas.
Right. Yeah. So what's your point with that?
I mean, you're talking about culture, which is normally associated with holidays, right?
I talk about culture because it stems down from people, right?
Well, what do you think when you think culture? Like, what?
I think a group of people with shared language, values, beliefs.
Well, I think of someone who practices something that is tradition, something that has been passed down many years, many generations. It could be a family ring. That would be culture. It could be a bead pattern practiced by natives. That's their culture. And they do that. They sell that. People buy that. It's beautiful. People celebrate Christian holidays, Muslim holidays, all the holidays in America. And I think that that's what makes America beautiful, is we have all of these different...
Well, you think America is a melting pot, and I hate to be the one to break it to you, it's not a melting pot. That whole concept of the melting pot was started by a playwright who wasn't even an American. He was a British playwright named Zangwill. He created the play called The Melting Pot. And America was never supposed to be that, right? This is why I brought up to you earlier court cases, naturalization acts as well, right? Benjamin Franklin. No, sorry, not, yeah, no. Yeah, was it Franklin? I can't remember if it was Franklin. I forgot which founder said this. He said there's only room, he wrote this in a letter, there's only room for one language in this nation, and that is the English language. There's countless examples and quotes I can bring to you to show it's not a melting pot. It really isn't.
Would you not listen to music that is a different language?
Music is a different language?
Would you not listen to music in a different language?
Not really.
Why not?
Because I like music in my language.
Do you like Eurovision?
Huh?
Do you like Eurovision?
I don't really know what that is.
Do you like ABBA?
Who is that?
Honey, honey, how he thrills me. Uh-huh, honey, honey. Mamma Mia. Okay. Do you like The Addams Family?
Is that a movie?
Yes.
I never watched it.
Okay. Anyway, I think you should explore things that you're not used to, because there are so many beautiful cultures, and people should take the time to understand each other's instead of saying that ours is the right one or yours is the wrong one.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we can't. They can't blend. Because realistically, people can't blend.
Yes, they can. If a Japanese person and a Mexican person had a kid, would that kid have
No,
the
I'm not talking
heritage?
about birth. I'm talking about coexisting.
You wouldn't be friends with anyone not in your culture?
I mean, I'm friends with tons of uh non-white people, but they're usually, they're assimilated. They're like, I'm pro-America, this, that. Right.
But would you not be friends with an immigrant?
I could be friends with an immigrant. I don't know if you think I like hate people or anything like that. I don't know
No,
if that's what you're getting at.
I don't think you hate them. I don't think you're a like bad person, or at least not meaning to be if you are. Like, I think that you're not giving other things a chance.
Well, you think I haven't experienced other people's cultures?
I don't think you're giving people the chance to experience theirs in our country. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Because, I mean, it's like etiquette, right? It's kind of like etiquette. When you come to another person's nation, they have rules, they have cultures, language, right? And it would be rude to kind of go against all that.
It would be rude outside of your space. If you have a house and it's decorated for your culture, like, I don't know, like, just imagine any culture and it's in this house and maybe a flag in their yard of like, ooh, I'm this and this. That's cool. Awesome. And then they go over to someone else's house for dinner. And it's a like Christian household. They pray before dinner. They have traditional ways of like doing things, like I don't know what Christians do, but I do know they pray before dinner. You would pray with them or choose to not pray, but you would respect what they do. You would just let them do it.
I mean, you just described someone who basically assimilated, right? Like that's.
But they have their own culture in their house. They still have their culture over here. And if somebody came over to their house and they had a thing that they did before dinner, they'd still do that thing. And the person who came over is welcome to join them or not.
You're saying they're bringing their culture to the other person's house?
No, their house. If they have a house and they can have whatever they want, whatever rules when they eat, they have their own little prayer before dinner, but in their way, like in their language, in their Bible, in their religious texts. That would be their house that they do it in. And if they go over to someone else's house, they can do that separately, or they can do the other person's prayer with them. As long as you respect each other, I don't see the issue.
Right. My issue with your analogy is literally the house example is okay. In their house, they practice their own culture language, and in this house, they don't. It wouldn't equate to what we're talking about because they have their culture in their own home, but then they come here and bring that. They come here, a different home, and bring that.
But their home is in America.
Not really if they're coming from Mexico.
If they're coming from Mexico and they have Mexican like signs up in their house on their property, or they have like Dia de los Muertos decorations, or I don't know, any other holiday, and they have that on their property that they paid for and they own, and if somebody comes over, they still practice those things, I think that's fine. They're not bringing all of their decorations to someone else's house. Like if somebody invited them over to Halloween, they're not bringing their whole Day of the Dead like thing over with them. They're keeping it in their house and they're respecting everyone who celebrates something else.
Are they really respecting the house if they don't identify with the nationality? They identify with their home more?
Yes.
Oh.
I visit.
They love to come here, benefit from living here, live amongst the people, but they still would prefer their homeland over this one It shows how they don't respect it. They'd love to
No,
take
you're
the
not.
benefits of this place, but then they would prefer their homeland. But they don't want to live in
They're
their
not.
homeland.
They're not saying that they prefer their homeland. If they have dual citizenship, they don't have to choose. They have both. If they have American citizenship and not Mexico citizenship, they've chosen. They have chosen America. And remember their history and their heritage, what they did growing up. If you
Okay, are you against dual citizenship or?
No, I believe dual citizenship is a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think you can serve two masters. Like
I think that
this is like
it
what all the
doesn't
APAC billionaires do. They have dual citizenship. They have dual loyalty. They have loyalty to Israel, but they also want to say they have loyalty to America. You can't have both. Okay.
You will pick one if there is.
They would
something.
pick. That's my issue. They would pick. Same thing with the immigrants. They would pick their homeland.
I don't believe so.
Most of the time, yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised how many times I ask immigrants on here or non-white people that came to America, are you more proud to be American or Mexican? 99% of the time, Mexican. It's like, I don't.
That's their culture.
How are you more proud to be Mexican if you don't want to live in Mexico?
If they have dual citizenship, they most likely live both.
But the reason why I gave them the choice is to kind of address that dual citizenship issue. Which one do you like more? And they always say their homeland.
I'm gonna try and do an example. Let me know if it doesn't make sense. Okay. I am now agnostic, but when I visited my family in Utah, I was strictly atheist. I believed no religion was true. And I went to go visit my Mormon cousins, and I lived in their house, their Mormon household. I went to church with them. I came home. I closed my eyes and held their hands when they prayed for dinner. But I still chose not to believe in that. And I chose, I prefer Alaska. That doesn't mean I don't respect their culture, and it doesn't mean I don't want to live with them. I don't want to see them, don't want to love them.
Can you say the last part of the example again?
Just because I choose one over the other doesn't mean I don't love the other one, and I don't want.
It means you respect the other one more. You can't serve two masters.
You respect both. You don't respect one more. You would choose one if life or death.
Okay, so are you against the APAC billionaires who have dual loyalty?
What?
Are you against the APAC billionaires who have dual loyalty?
Dual loyalty for
in America?
I don't know. I'm not educated in that. I'm so sorry.
What do you? It's like, hold on. You identify as a liberal, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't voted yet. I haven't been old enough to vote yet.
How old are you?
Freshly 18. I'm freshly 18.
Okay, you're freshly 18?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Well, let me show you something. Get this photo. So you believe in liberal politics? Does it not concern you that all our politicians are bought out by APAC? Does it not concern you? All of our politicians are bought out by APAC and people who have dual loyalty to Israel, who are killing innocent Palestinians in Gaza?
I believe that it's bad to be bought by anyone. Your loyalty should not be bought. It should be earned.
No, their loyalty is not bought. They do their colluding in our country for their home country's interests. This is like
I've
this is
never
like an
been,
immigrant mentality, right? This is like it's kind of like an immigrant mentality.
I have never been educated on this subject.
Well, the thing is, you want to vote for politicians, but they're bought out by these people, and they're controlled by these people who want to serve the interests of their genocidal apartheid state.
Who, well, for one, we haven't had a vote that I could partake in a while. And when we do, I will do all my research to choose the right candidate.
Both sides are controlled, though. That's the thing. They control both sides. You can't just go to the other side. No, both sides. They are controlled by these people.
I think there's nothing you can do about that. I think that there's
What, just give up? Blackmail?
no. You choose who you believe will be the best, and then you advocate for what you think can be changed.
Right, but I would advocate, you would only advocate for who's the best if they weren't controlled by the same people. So you're not getting anyone different. They're all going to have the same priority, basically, working in the interest of it.
Did you think that with Trump and Kamala?
Yeah, they both take money from AIPAC.
I think Kamala would have been a better leader.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you thought Kamala would be a better leader. Both sides would have done the exact same thing. More Middle Eastern wars. More. Because
I don't.
these AIPAC billionaires, these Israelis, they go to whoever's going to they go to whoever they think is going to fulfill them the best. And if they can't find a candidate that is going to serve their interest, they'll blackmail them, which hence the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Okay, Trump was in the Epstein files, and
He
Kamala
was blackmailed with that. Yeah.
with the Epstein files.
Yes, that's what the whole Epstein operation was, to blackmail all of our politicians. That was the whole point.
Maybe they shouldn't have touched kids, though.
That's what they got blackmailed with.
Yeah,
And
don't do it.
yes, they brought kids there to get dirt on them, right? That's what they did. So
Kamala's
they
not in
can
there.
control our politicians now to serve their interests.
Kamala's not in the Epstein files.
It doesn't matter. Okay. The thing is, the Jeffrey Epstein files, yes, it was to blackmail our politicians. Either way, Kamala, she would still take money from them.
I appreciated this conversation, and I think that you have taught me things, and you've told me things that I think that I should get more educated on. I believe that you also should get more educated on immigrants and how they're people. I think you might be a little bit of a white supremacist. You sound like that. Are you proud to be white? That's white supremacy.
Is it black supremacy to say I'm proud to be black?
No, because
Oh, yeah. See,
white
that's a
people
double
weren't
standard.
suppressed. White people weren't suppressed. We've had it good since day one.
What about the Irish that were slaves here? Were they not suppressed?
Dude, I didn't even know about that.
The Irish were ethnic and religious slaves in America. They were called the white. That was their nickname.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
That is
so
very tough.
white people had it good. I mean, no, every group of people has been through bad stuff in history. Like every group of people.
We've had it the best. You and I, we go back in time, we're set. We're set.
Your people also face discrimination here too. That's a famous Italian slur.
I'm not. Okay, that's terrible.
Right? It's not
I'm American.
every group has been through levels of discrimination. It's not sunshine and rainbows everywhere. Right?
You and I speak the oldest dialect of the English language known to man, older than an English accent. We're fine. We are fine, and we're gonna be fine for years. You can curse that one kid that you talk to if I'm wrong.
But one kid.
Me, I'm that one kid.
Oh.
There are more pressing issues and more people suffering than white people are dying out a little bit. There are people actually suffering.
It's not a little bit. Right? The thing is, if I literally just switched white with black, you would have sympathy. That's the thing. If I just said black instead of white, you would have all the sympathy in the world.
I might.
See? So you just hate white people.
I don't hate white people.
You do.
I love everybody.
Because if I just switch the race, I just change the word out for black or Hispanic, maybe you would have sympathy.
If you said German, I would have sympathy. If you said Italian,
those are white people.
French, they are white people. And
So,
you're not saying a specific white person, you're saying white.
Those are Europeans.
You're not saying a specific language, you're not saying a specific culture, you're saying
all those things stem down from people. All those things.
So do black people. Everyone's people. Just be nice to everyone.
No, the point went over your head. The point went over your head. All culture, language, history, this all stems down from people. That's why I bring up the people, not the history, not the culture, not the language. Because we do bring that up, but we're basically talking about people.
We are all people.
I agree. I don't think anyone's less than human than me.
We should be kind to each other. We should hold on to what we hold dear, and we should love each other. And that is all I have to say. Thank you.